What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dan, a Lakers fan, and I'm gonna be recapping the Lakers versus Nuggets, where we won 120 to 116. And guys, I'm not as excited for the win as I am for our future. It's finally starting to come together for young players like, especially Ivica Zubac and D'Angelo. I know it's just one game, but this is what we need to see. This is what the fans need to see to be convinced that with time, we are going to have a bright future. But I got to say, man, with the small sample rate of games I've seen, Ivica Zubac, or Ivica Zubac, as one guy told me on the comment section, um, I am convinced that he is probably our best young player we have on the team. And what a steal he was for us. In the second round, we got him early in the second round. This kid is amazing. One thing I will commend Mitch and Ryan West and all the scouts. They've drafted great, guys. For the positions we've been in, they've drafted great. Sure, they could have drafted better, but we've gotten so many second round steals, and Clarkson, Larry Nance Jr., and now Ivica Zubac, that I got to give them props, guys. Our future is really, really bright with this kid. I am now convinced, like I said, after with the small sample rate that I've seen of him play ball, since summer league, he's been showing flashes, but this kid is really, really special. Since they upped his minutes, he's averaging close to a double-double. He dropped his career high again, which is 17. He matched it off the bench efficiently. He only missed one shot. What was he, 7 of 8? Guys, this kid is special, and he shows it in every way. He has the post moves, the jump hook. He has a mid-range jump shot. He uses his body and pick and rolls properly. He sets amazing screens, and he has the whole total package. He's like a NBA 2K creative player. Honestly, he's perfect for the center position. To me now, his floor is Marc Gasol. He's not going to be any worse than Marc. To me, that's what he is, as long as he stays healthy. And his ceiling is, the sky is the limit to how good this kid can be. He's going to be at least as good as Marc Gasol, based on what I've seen. I know it's early, but he's only 19, guys. It's scary how good he can be. He still has room for a lot of improvement. And he bothers people's shots already, even though sometimes he doesn't contest shots. As he loses weight and gets more into basketball shape, he's going to get better. But he's already bothering people's shots. His body is a nuisance for people in the paint. That's what I've been wanting. You know, he's our answer at the center. I wanted to trade for Noel, but this kid is better because he does it on both ends, not just on defense. This kid is a presence, and he's only 19. He's doing it with limited minutes. I don't want to sound like a biased Laker fan, but I think he has just as bright as a future as Joel Embiid, honestly, guys. I think we are lucky we drafted this kid. He is our starting center today. He can start today and average 20 and 10. I believe it, guys. That's how good he is. But overall, it was a good game. The Lakers beat the Nuggets. It was a shootout. This was one of the funnest games I've seen in a while for my Lakers. It was a shootout. We won 120 to 116. Everybody played great. They played team ball. They moved the ball. But I want to highlight Nick Young and Lou Williams, who've been playing within the offense lately. If they play like this, you know, they no longer need to get traded. As long as they don't get in the way of development, then they're all fine with us. I mean, I could see them doing damage off the bench for the Lakers in the future if we do keep them. Honestly, guys, I know it didn't look like it, but we have a lot of young talent. We have a lot of great young talent. We're going to be a top team pretty soon. I'm talking about 3 to 4 years. We're going to be a top team in the NBA, not just in the Western Conference. I'm glad Luke Walton is finally focusing on development. I mean, D'Angelo Russell was the player of the game, and he iced the game for us. He had the best probably game, one of the top games of his career, and he did it. He was a floor general for us. That's what we need him to be, and that's what he can be. We forget that he's only 20, guys. This kid still has a lot of room for improvement. He's going to keep growing. He had 22 points and 10 assists. He should have had 10 assists, in my opinion, but sometimes he makes great passes that his teammates don't convert, you know. Lil Dang is a little unathletic. You know, sometimes he doesn't catch the ball properly to finish, but any other wing who's athletic or at least average would finish those plays. I mean, D'Angelo should be averaging 10 assists, and I think in the future he will. I think he will be that type of guard that floor general that can take over when needed, and that can distribute when, depending on what the defense gives them. I'm loving our future, guys. Like I said in the previous video, we have to be patient, but your patience is gonna be rewarded pretty soon. So it's already been rewarded with Ivica Zubac and or Ivica Zubac, and he's a special player. His teammates have been saying it. Now I understand. I've been reading articles about how Mitch is excited for our future. I didn't understand it. My heart was torn in the beginning of the game. I was hoping for us to lose because I want us to tank to keep collecting picks. But if we continue to win while developing young players, and they're the ones that are getting us the W's, like tonight, where D'Angelo and Ivica Zubac were two of the main reasons we won tonight, I don't mind us winning at all, even if it costs us the draft pick. Either way, we're not guaranteed the pick, even if we end up with the worst record in NBA. So as long as the young players keep playing like this, bravo, guys. This is all we can ask for as Laker fans right now. I was clamoring for a trade because Lou Williams and Nick Young were the focal point of the offense, but Luke Walton recently stated that as the playoffs become closer and closer to being out of reach, he's going to turn his attention into developing young players, and it showed tonight. He left Zubac out there, rewarded him for playing great all game long, and he got to finish the game. If Luke can do that, it's going to pay dividends down the road for us, man. Because honestly, I see 3 building blocks that are untradeable for sure. 3 of them, all right? I'm iffy about the 4th one, but let me explain. The number 1 player that's untradeable in my list now is Brandon Ingram. He's untouchable. But he's tied with Ivica Zubac. Honestly, in my eyes, he has elevated his game. He has shown the most improvement of every young player that we have, even though he was drafted in the 2nd round, that he is just as valuable as Brandon Ingram now, as an untouchable. The Lakers will regret it if they trade either of the two, okay? Now, my 3rd one is D'Angelo Russell. Because you can see what we were lacking this week while he was out, right? The Lakers played horrible without that floor general on the floor. And you see the difference when he gets people to their spots, whether they convert or not, they get easier shots. Nick Young can get wide open shots instead of having to create and jack up fadeaways coming off of screens over 2 defenders. He gets wide open shots. Same thing with Lou Williams. They all get wide open shots off of D'Angelo. Even Luol Deng gets open shots, even though he hasn't hit them this year. But we need Russell because he creates for not only himself but everybody else. And as he matures, he's gonna, become a more prototypical point guard. Right? Tonight, I'm sure he got his first taste of tennis 20 and 10. And I'm sure he liked it. And so his teammates will learn to trust him and let him run the point. Let him be the floor general for us. That's what they need to do, because most of the year they haven't trusted him. Sometimes they look him off, especially Julius Randle. They look him off, or Nick Young, and they run their own plays, right? But he's our floor general. He's our captain. They need to look to him for guidance. Even though he's young, he's our future leader of this team. Now, those are the 3 untradables. The 4th one that I believe that we should not trade is Julius Randle, because he's a double-double machine, and he's a triple-double threat every single night. I think he still has the capability of growing some more. He's only 22. He still has a lot of room for improvement. The way I see it, like I told you guys, I went to basketballreference.com, and I see that most players, they hit close to their ceiling by the time they get to their 4th season. So Julius Randle technically this is his 2nd season, even though he's been in the league for 3 years. Remember, he got injured his 1st year. So he still has a lot of room for improvement, and he already has shown improvement this year, even though he's still sloppy with the basketball at times. So I'm iffy about trading him as well. But if the right package came along, then he's movable, for the main reason that we have good power forwards backups. I mean, Tariq Black is no joke. He plays defense and he plays hard, even though he's offensively challenged. And Larry Nance easily could step in and be a starting power forward because he always plays hard. And he has offensive and defensive games. So that's the only reason I'm iffy on Julius Randle. Clarkson, to me, is our biggest trade chip if we get the right piece to plug in. But at this point, we have so much young talent that I don't know exactly what we need other than player development, guys. But go ahead and leave a comment, like, and subscribe. I'm really looking forward to see if we continue this play for the next game. Again, I still hope that we're tanking, but not at the cost of player development. Players have to develop. So if they're playing great, you got to leave them out there, Luke. If we win those games, great. Too bad. If we lose the pick, we have enough great young players. But the goal should still be to keep the pick while player development continues to happen. So we leave it up to the young players to win games for us from this point on. We don't put the ball in the hands of Lou Williams no more, because he's capable of winning games for us, and that's not helping anybody. It's not going to help our tank situation, and it's not going to help young player development. So if I'm Luke Walton, I start player development right now, because you're not reaching the playoffs unless something drastic happens, and I don't think it will. I could be wrong, but it's just my opinion, guys. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. But we should be very excited. The future is bright. We have 3 building blocks for sure, and Ingram, Russell, and Ivica Zubac. And we have plenty of other players that could be as well building blocks, but I'm not sure about them yet. I'm not 100% sold, like I said. I would only trade them, though, if the right package comes along. I would not just give them away in trade. So, but tell me what you guys think, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video on Thursday. Peace out.